Good morning from Melbourne, Australia. Good evening to friends in North America. And hello to anyone watching on replay. My name is Nancy Hetker, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Melbourne, Australia. Today, I am going to give you a sneak peek of one of the new upcoming online exclusive suites that Stampin' Up! Is releasing. It is available now to Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. Yet another reason to join my team here in February. This is called Latte Love, and it has a photopolymer stamp set, dies that coordinate with these images, plus make some other great coffee equipment images. Of course, there is beautiful designer series paper. Good morning, Gladys. Thanks for joining me. If you are joining me, please say hello. Hello, Paula. So here is some coffee rings, and looking down, some latte art, and this lovely plaid, and coffee beans. And this one's got little coffee cups and spoons and coffee beans. And this side is some bigger coffee mugs and some beans. Now, many of these coordinate with the dies that we've got. I like that stripe too. Lost Lagoon, what's not to like coffee spatters. More latte art. And a swirl, and more coffee beans, and a different swirl. Okay. And then the other things that are in this suite are this, what do they call it? Polka dot trim. So it's sort of a burlap or Hessian ribbon with white polka dots on it. And these adhesive back swirl dots that look like little coffee things. So, yeah, let's get into it. Oh, okay, we'll coordinate a card for his April birthday, absolutely. So, over the weekend, on Sunday, I took part in my upline, Kylie Bertucci, and her husband Bruno is her supporting demonstrator. They work the business together, along with American demonstrator Lisa Curcio and her supporting demonstrator, her daughter Gina. They did a massive online Stampin' Retreat with a bunch of different fun folds, and this is one of the ones we made. So I'm showing you the one that I made that day. This is it's got a bridge here that pops out, and we did this with the Be Mine, and I've made a little wobbler for it and everything, and there we go. So I'm going to do a different version of this card with this Latte Love suite. So I've got a bunch of stuff cut already and other stuff that we're going to need to make together. So there's my card base. I'm going to use my bone folder. Just nice crisp fold, makes it lie flat, makes it much easier, much easier to work with. So we're going to start. I've got a piece of this plaid. Yep. And I'm going to glue that on there. Get my glue plug off. So in my blog post, I'm going to put a link to the online stamping retreats because they have, I participated live, but they recorded all the videos, all the presentations, and there is a massive, like 300-page PDF tutorial. Obviously, you don't have to print it out. You can use it on your device. And I think it's a really good value for money, the whole thing. And they have the one that they just did, and they've got ones from 2022 and 2023 available to purchase now. They opened the vault. And if you like to do fun folds and more complicated folds, these are great resources. You can switch up, like I did this one with this and this suite. You can use whatever you've got. You don't have to use the things that they're using. So what are we going to do next? Let's work with this bridge. So again, I'm going to bring in my bone folder. It's scored at each end. And I did it one way on that card, but then I saw in more detail on the video, I did it that way, but on the video, I saw that they had actually done it this way, which probably makes more sense. So I'm going to try that way on this one. Make sure that's... I'm going to line that up with the bottom there. And I probably should have done this on first, but that's okay. I can do it now with no problem. That's a foam swirl. This direction. Not sure it really matters, but there we go. And I'm going to bring in this bit. Good morning, Christine. Once again, my feed shows there we go. Are people having video problems? Let me know. Happy Valentine's Day too. It's Valentine's Day here. Okay, and I'm going to put that on there, I think. I think we'll hold off for just a second, make sure we get everything where we want it. Because I need to figure out what sentiment I want. Hi, Jess. Good, I'm glad the video is working well for people. Is that the right size? That is the right size. What color should we do? Let's try the Calypso Coral. This is a brand new stamp, so I'm going to clean it off a little bit. And I'm actually going to stamp it in some Versamark too. Not because I want anything to do with embossing, but just to, I think when I first use a photopolymer stamp, I think it helps it to have a little coat of Versamark on there. It also helps keep it stained from staining, at least first go around. Yeah, I'm going to set that aside for a minute. So what I'm going to bring in, I went ahead earlier and I cut out from the dies. It's got all the things to make a French press. It also has to make a American style drip. That's what I'm trying to say. The drip brewing. It's been so long that since my family's had one, and here in Australia they're really hard to find because people just we don't do that here. So I was going to put that on there, and then I also took a scrap of this paper and put some foam adhesive sheet and cut out coffee beans, because we've got dies that perfectly match up with both the cluster and the individual coffee beans. I thought those were kind of fun. And where's my sentiment? Just gonna put that down there. I think I want it down there. I'm trying to think about an edge. If I want to, how I want to cut that out. Whether I want it just square or a little fancy. Let's see how the oh my goodness. There we go. Let's see how that's going to fit in there. This totally messes it up. Nope. Yeah, I think I'm liking that better up top. Yeah, I think so. I think I'll do some more. What do you think? Yeah, I'm liking that better there. Now I need to figure out how to get that mounted on there. But let's get it on the bridge. I think I'm going to use tear and tape. No, I'll go ahead with some glue. And then I think to put that on, dimensional there. some dimensional there. Now, I do want to point out, I put adhesive sheet on the black before I cut out the French press and the lid. But when I went to apply it to the vellum, I just took off part of the adhesive sheet. You can see it's still covered here. I just ripped that backing because I wanted it to stick to the vellum, but I wasn't ready to have it stick to anything else. And in fact, because I'm using the dimensionals, I'm not going to take it off. And I think that works pretty great. So, there we go. That's on. And I like how that looks. You can, it's translucent. You can see the coffee, and I die cut from a bit of that paper for the coffee inside there. I'm going to go ahead and stick these on. Remember, I've got that foam adhesive sheet back behind there, which makes it really easy. To get those on. Now, we've got some inside to do it. I know I don't have that on there yet, partially because I'm still thinking about whether I want to mat it with some pecan pie back behind there. So I'm going to keep thinking about that while we work on the inside. So for the inside, I have a piece of basic white and another strip of that plaid. And that. But I also thought I would stamp a little bit, and I'm trying to decide. I'm going to start with that, see how I like it. I'm going to bring in my Lost Lagoon stamp pad. The other thing I was thinking about, where's this one? I think I'm just going to go with the plain cardstock. And what else? This is supposed to be I believe the liquid inside the mug. And I will do a smoky slate spoon. just see how those go. Let's clean off some stamps. I'm trimming those down because I'm going to bring in my mini cut and emboss. And sorry, once again, my feed keeps dying. Scott keeps putting the beans on the floor, huh, Paula? That can get kind of pricey. So let's bring in the dye. Cute. And I know it shouldn't matter, but I can't see when it's upside down. Can I get them both on there? I'm so pleased I can make a new favorite for you almost every week, Paula. Okay, let's see how this looks. This is absolutely my first time using any of these, so I haven't played with it to see how it goes together and all. Yep, I'm gonna like how that looks, I think. Okay, let's get some of this stuck down. There's one. And two, I'm just putting that right up against there. Oh my goodness. Couple drops of glue. Let me tell you, we had several days of hot weather, and then we had a whole line of thunderstorms come through yesterday afternoon. And there are a whole lot of people in our state. Well, first of all, lightning set off bushfires, particularly out west in our state. And now there are several 100,000 electricity customers that are still in the dark because the thunderstorms knocked over some of those huge transmission towers, you know, the ones that look like erector set stuff. And then that created outages in and of themselves, but they also, our biggest power generating station tripped off when that happened. And yeah. So fortunately, we did not even have a flicker. We didn't even have very bad storms right here. We had one really loud, one very close lightning strike, and then it was very loud thunder. But other than that, we just had rumbles and some moderate rain. Other places got really large hail and other stuff. So, okay, I'm liking that on the inside, and I'm liking that on the outside. And now the question is, let me see if I've got a scrap to play with. Yeah, I think maybe so. Okay, I'm just going to grab my paper trimmer. I don't think we get a lot of storms. Certainly not like when we lived in Illinois or even during monsoon season in Arizona. And we live close enough into the city. I have found this in several cities that I've lived in, that the strong stuff, I think the heat island updraft effect tends to run stuff, means that it sort of splits around us. So here's how I'm going to try to get this the correct length. This is the part that snipped off over there. So now if I cut it to that line and stick it in, it should snip off the right amount. On this side. And what I do is I do slip it in, and then I check, see, it's not quite even. So I am maneuvering it a bit, still not quite. There we go. Hopefully. There we go. Close enough. So I'm going to glue this part flat. And then put it on with dimensionals. So they're saying that some people could have like up to 2 weeks until they're reconnected with power because of those transmission lines being down, which just would suck. Fortunately, once that line came through, we had a cool change and we dropped like 20 degrees Fahrenheit pretty quickly. We don't even have the air conditioning on today. It's been on nonstop. Okay, so there's the front and there's the inside. I'm trying to decide if I want any of these, but I think with this, I'm going to call it good. I think these would just kind of get lost. So there is the front. Oh, let me show you how this kind of stands up here. You see? I like that. Who's still with me? And there we go. So thanks for joining me today. I will be back same time, same place next week. I hope you will join me. See you then. Bye-bye.